Doreen Langham's laugh is etched in Queensland's history.
You speak to your mum every day and all of a sudden they're just gone. There's no lead up, there's no nothing. They're just gone. You're then expected to live life without them.
Her voice was captured on police body cam less than a fortnight before her brutal murder.
How far he would go, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, I felt physically ill.
Her fiancé turned killer swept her up in a whirlwind romance. But soon cracks began to emerge.
And you'd ask, who's messaging you? And he'd be like, oh, Gary's in the bedroom. He's not talking to me, but he's messaging.
It intensified to physical and verbal abuse. After he threatened suicide, police became involved. He was served with a domestic violence order.
Never made any violence. She's never had to fear for her safety.
For days, he would sit outside her house, watching, waiting, until the 21st of February, 2021.
He's out here tonight and I just saw his shadow at my front door.
That call was made around 9 o'clock. It took 4 hours for officers to respond. And after a quick knock, they left.
Had they been there earlier, she would definitely be here today. Which obviously, our whole world wouldn't be shattered.
Doreen Langham and Gary Healy's bodies were found inside Doreen's home later that day. Her death was the subject of a coronial inquest with damning findings against the police. Warning flags weren't added to her file, which would have created a faster response when she called 000.
In court documents seen by the ABC, Queensland Police were warned from within their ranks, potentially deadly deficiencies in its domestic violence record keeping back in 2019.
The employee raised concerns the data entry training they received didn't match the guidelines. They feared by not entering the data the way the manual said, it presented a significant risk of harm to DV victims and feared it could cause a death. The employee alleges they felt pressure to continue using the accepted practice. The Commissioner says the ethical standards investigated and found no basis to the allegations.
When you've got human data entry, you can get errors. So, and of course, if there's an increase in the numbers, if you haven't got enough staff to do those sort of things, there's pressure on that kind of system.
But in late 2022, an audit office report zeroed in on the issue, saying less than 8% of victims had a DV flag applied to their file. It pointed to Doreen Langham's case as an example. The Commissioner says the state has come a long way on domestic violence, including the automation of most warning flags.
It's been a system that's continually evolved, and where we are now is something quite different to where we were at that time, and it continues to evolve as we speak.
It's so important that police get it right every time, and it's a difficult job to do, and it's a heavy burden, so it's important every system and process is just right for them to do that.
Every year, Shane Probert gathers with her mum's friends to celebrate her life. She's quietly been advocating with Queensland leaders to ensure recommendations are implemented.
It's to be the voice that Mum can no longer be, but it's also to show my two girls that your life matters.
Sarah Richards, ABC News.